Hey guys, what's up? Shark's back again, and I know I haven't done a video in a while, but hey, I'm in college now, so you can kind of see the whole reason as to why I haven't done my reviews on Battle of the Labyrinth and The Last Living, the final two books in the Percy Jackson series. But hey, I will get to those, and eventually I'm gonna get to those at least before House of Hades comes out. So let's calm down. I will get those reviews up as soon as I can. But that's not why I'm here today. I'm here today to do my review on the season 2 premiere of Legend of Korra, or if we want to be specific, Legend of Korra Book 2 Spirits. And I just have to say, as far as the animation goes, solid. Like maybe even 10 steps further compared to Book 1. That's how amazing it was. It was nice to look at. The story, when it comes to the overall story, I'll get into that right now. So, pretty much these episodes take place 6 months after the whole Amon incident, and you can tell Korra hasn't learned jack shit. Like, you would assume that, okay, maybe she could have maybe she could have matured a little bit, maybe been have some experience, with Amon and being like, alright, maybe I should take myself a little seriously, but hey, that doesn't happen, and most of us should know this by now, but, Legend of Korra was originally supposed to be, just Book 1. There wasn't supposed to be anything, expanding it. And pretty much Nickelodeon, they gave them that little courtesy, right, of, since this is doing so well, we'll give you guys more stuff to do, add in more storyline, kind of stretch it out further. So, on that aspect, I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna get some cool stuff to see. And I already mentioned the chorus part, okay? Mako being a part of the police force, I found that funny. I found it funny because he's like, when you get to prison, tell them that Mako sent you. I'm just like, really, bro? Really? It was funny. Don't get me wrong. I found it hilarious. But saying that, I'm just like, come on, Mako. I'm like, yeah, okay, Mako. Okay, sarcastic tone, but, again, in the comedic standpoint. Bolin was just funny as hell. I'm just gonna say right now. Especially with the song, because, there's this one part in, the episode. It was first episode. And they were going on the ship to talk with someone, to help Asami, put future industries back in place. And it was like Bolin. He said was I levitating? Everyone else was like, yeah. And then Bolin was like, nope. I just felt like you were just sitting there, and everyone just looks at me like, huh? Do you really think? And then Asami was like, you're dead. You're so dead. And then you pretty much figure out that, oh, actually, no. This whole thing actually works out pretty well. Which I found funny. And then Asami, can't remember if she gave him a hug, but she's like, good job, my little assistant. Good job. But, by the way, I'm just going to say right now, I kind of sense some Bolin Asami relationship building up. I'm kind of getting a little foreshadowed here. But if anybody else is getting a little... it's just a vibe I'm getting. But if you guys have different vibes, hey, that's fine. I'm just saying. What I'm getting right now is kind of how I'm feeling about these two people getting together. But considering the fact that, Mako and Korra are together now, it's like, okay, what better way than have the other two people get together? And by the way, with Bolin, especially in episode 2, I keep forgetting what Korra's cousin is, the chick one. But she tells me, he's like, why are you making physical contact with another woman? It's Bol was just giving Korra a hug, and it's like, okay, can you not give people... I mean, yeah, I can get that, but it's come on, it's just a small gesture. It's not like it's gonna be anything too heavy. If it was a kiss, okay, yeah, maybe you can react, but come on. It's just a hug. I mean, I know some girls can be kind of sensitive, but hey, I'm not here to judge that. But still, I found that part hilarious. Bolin in these 2 episodes, he's starting to get, more and more of that comedic aspect that, Sokka had. And then we get to Asami. And by the way, I kind of feel like Asami's the only person out of the group that went through more because, it's in 6 months, her father's in prison, and she's running future industries on her own. So, seeing that aspect in these 2 episodes, I feel like, it's going to be interesting seeing where she goes throughout this book itself, because it's like, You know, she doesn't have her dad. She's, you know, she's running future industries, and it's not looking too good. So you're thinking to yourself, like, okay, like, it's gonna be interesting to see where she goes. And I think this is where Boland's gonna step in, because I feel like Boland's gonna be that character that kind of helps give, you know, Asami support. And then we get to Tenzin. And by the way, I'm gonna say one thing right now. Korra, like, you know, calling off on Tenzin, calling off on her dad just for her uncle, it's like, okay, and the fact that he said, no, learning from the air temples is going to be point. I'm just like, really, dude? Like, and that's a big foreshadow. I mean, right now, as its own, especially with the end of episode 2, like, you can tell something's not going to go right with Korra's uncle. You can tell that he's not really, like, it's like, I mean, you know, best way I can put it is, like, you know, he's a shady character. He's a very, very shady character, so we're just going to have to see where that goes. And by the way, Jinora, like, you know, the fact that we see her, you know, in the Avatar statue with her dad, and by the way, Milo and I keep forgetting what the other, his other daughter's name is, but those two just circling around, like, you know, driving people and that, I find, like, they're funny. I'm not gonna lie, I find them pretty, like, they're pretty funny, like, even within book 1, too, which I forgot to mention up in my review, but, hey, what are you gonna do? Not only that, but especially in the beginning where Korra and, you know, the kids are throwing this little scooter race thing, it was funny as hell. Funny as hell. But now, with Jinora, like, we see her walking, like, especially, like, you know, when she's waking up early, and we see her looking at the statue of, the first Avatar, and this is one thing that's kind of, that throws me off a little bit, because it's like, he's made out of wood, and you're thinking to yourself, like, okay, because you can tell, like, as soon as Korra releases the spirits, it's like, why was he the only one that was going? Because, like, you remember going through that part, it's like glowing, and you don't see that happening with the other statues. So it's like, and I'm not just talking about just the eyes. I'm talking about just like the whole statue on its own. It's like, okay, something's not gonna go well. And I mean, overall, this is actually what I think about for the season premiere of Legend of Korra Book 2. I know I wasn't fully in depth, but what I got from the story, it was good for a premiere standpoint, but I felt like maybe we could have gotten more. But then again, this book is already just starting out, so I don't want to have too many gripes this episode, or, you know, season premiere. Ultimately, as a whole, I'm gonna give Legend of Korra Book 2, you know, the season premiere, a 4 out of 5. Again, I felt like we could have gotten more. Like, you know, animation was great. You know, at least we're getting some story progression here. Character-wise, you know, not so much progression, but hey, it's gonna continue off, like, you know, later on. But other than that, though, I'm really curious to seeing where Legend of Korra Book 2 goes, like, you know, at least within, like, the next, you know, with the remaining episodes we have left. It's gonna be interesting to see where it goes, especially, like, you know, with next week's episode. And by the way, guys, this is how it's gonna be with all my reviews for Legend of Korra. So just giving you a heads up there, they're always gonna be coming out around this time frame. So yeah, just expect them on Saturdays. That's all I'm gonna say. And other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm Shirag. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Legend of Korra episodes. And you know what? If you guys want to throw me, like, you know, your thoughts about the episode and what you guys think is gonna happen, feel free. Like, you know, I'm okay with that. And other than that, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.